Ciao friends, and welcome to Simple Italian Cooking, especially if you're new to the channel. So I want to just do a recap on how my Italian herb garden actually turned out this year and some changes I made to it. You can catch the original video on how I created it in the link below or here. So I don't have an outdoor garden in the ground, but I do use these planters, and they did really well with everything that I planted. So I planted 2 parsleys that did fantastic. I did my Italian parsley and curly parsley for my husband. My basil did pretty good. I think the plant I bought was already aging because it really started going to seed earlier than normal. I did try to deadhead, but I decided to eventually just leave those so that it could have some pollinators going on. And then also my rosemary, this is about the size it grew. I thought it would grow a little bit larger, but overall it did well. And my sage did excellent, but really I loved it mostly for what it looked like. I didn't really use it in much cooking. My husband is just not a fan of sage, so I don't even know why I bought it, except that it looks really pretty. This is the Italian oregano, already again going to seed. You can see some of the flowers coming out. It did really well. And however, as I mentioned in my other video, this is totally confirmed that I really prefer Greek oregano. The Italian is just so mild. So one thing I did not talk about that I had also planted was some Cubanelle peppers. I probably didn't mention it because it's not an herb, but I did plant it, and you know what? It did so good. I've never had a pepper plant ever do so well, especially in a pot. And so it was just fantastic, and I'm trying to show you here the different peppers. And this branch actually continued to grow after the video was made, more peppers, and I had to make sure that the branch was actually in the pot because it was starting to break when it was hanging over. So I was just so thrilled beyond belief to have all of these beautiful Cubanelle peppers. I think the extreme heat really did have a lot to do with it. All right, this is not Italian. This is Thai basil. I love Thai basil, even though it's not Italian at all. But I just love the fragrance and the color. And so next year, I think I'm going to actually put it as part of my landscaping. And then here I grew a bunch of peppermint. Peppermint spreads like crazy, so I put it in pots. And I didn't want it to become a nuisance to anything else. And I am so glad I did, because it was absolutely gorgeous. And it smells so good when you just brush by or whatever. But it did really well in the pots. I did it in partial shade so that it wouldn't dry out. And I did buy 2 plants. And so I put the second plant on top of my table, so when I was sitting out there reading or what have you, that I could just smell the lovely, beautiful peppermint. I did have to water this one a little bit more than the other one, but that was not a problem at all. So just really quickly, I want to tell you about my actual planters. I've had them for about 4 years, and I love them. They are really long lasting, and they have some really great features. One, they hold a lot, and it has the spout here that you can, it holds the water like in a container, in a compartment underneath. So it can trap that water and it keeps the soil moist. So I thought I was doing that, and I wasn't, and so the water was coming out. Here you can actually see where one of the squirrels actually chewed through it. It must have been really thirsty. But anyway, so there's a variety of ways you can use these types of containers. I decided to just kind of use it as a regular planter and not worry about pouring the water into the special spout. You really don't need to do that. But everything just looks so beautiful, so lush, and we had a super hot summer. So getting out here, using the hose to just kind of keep that soil moist, I think really did the trick. And again, the basil, I was a little disappointed. I thought it would do a little bit better, but I am really happy with what I got. I just think that the plant itself was a little aged already at the store, because I did get a late start. And so anyhow, I wanted to give you an update. Let me know how your own garden, or if you have any suggestions for what I should try growing next year for our Italian cooking, definitely let me know. So if you love Italian cooking and you love all things Italian, please subscribe to the channel. I appreciate it. Give it a thumbs up. And if you love recipes, free recipes, check out the links below because I have a bunch for you. Thanks so much for watching. Grazie, ciao!